What is on that face there?
You've actually got a splayed echidna. I call them roadkill design, as in they're flattened as opposed to a profile view of the animal.
I'm out on the Burrup Peninsula with archaeologist Ken Mulvaney. Ken Mulvaney lives out here and his reports on the petroglyphs date back 3 decades.
You can see how deeply those images have been placed, hammered into the rock surface in this case, and you've got almost a ladder-like decoration, an extended torso with small feet. It's likely that style, so you find them here, you find them in the inland Pilbara and then what is now the edge of the central desert. It's most likely those images were done before the deserts formed. That image is potentially 25,000 years old or older. But what we'll do is we'll walk further along the slope and I'll show you the earliest examples that we have of the depiction of human figures. Here we've got an example of the earliest form, and what we have is a central axis that runs vertical, and you've got offset human figures with their legs and arms attached to the vertical axis, and the style, very particular, rounded body with short, thin limbs and with the head as a dot. That design is unique to the archipelago. It is conceivable that that is 30,000 years or older. In fact, it's one of the earliest renditions of the human form in the world. And it's just sitting here out in the open.
Ken Mulvaney says the most recent rock carving could be as young as 200 years old. That means this is probably the longest continual sequence of art in the world, telling a story which unfolds over tens of thousands of years.
On top of that is an animal that is probably a thylacine, but it is unfinished. The tail is not as completely hammered out of the rock as the rest of the body, but it's a solid form.
So a Tasmanian tiger here on the mainland, at the opposite end of the country to Tasmania.
That's right, it's exactly the case. But not only do we get thylacines, there's the Tasmanian devil as well we see in the art here, along with what are known as megafauna, so extinct giant marsupials you see in the art. The features of this kangaroo that we've got, it's sitting upside down, but there's the body, but the particular feature is this bulge in the tail. Unlike most kangaroos and wallabies, this has a bulge. A bit like the fat-tailed sheep, it appears that there was possibly a fat-tailed macropod that went extinct before the sea levels came in, before the Holocene period of Australia.